Hello, hello. Welcome to Points of Love Live. Welcome to Points DJ's Live. I'm glad to be here. Today is about all the NBA and season tournament and Draymond Green's what happened with him and then so far so forth what should be happening to Draymond Green or Klay Thompson during the week. So we know what's going on. Yesterday we had a scuffle and between Draymond Green and Woody Gobert. Then we have Klay Thompson that was like fighting with one of the Minnesota guards, and it was kind of ugly to do, but it was a game that was very important for the Warriors. The end season tournament, which they did not do well, and they finished it not winning that game at home versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, and it was kind of like a game that needed them to win. So therefore, I like the end season tournament so far, and because the player taking it seriously, and we know several people that are fighting against each other, not literally, but and on the court, like putting their skills together. So this one was a good matchup. So my favorite one is the matchup of uh, Jeff Green and the when Victor Wembanyama, the Spurs versus the OKC, and when everybody was thinking about those two guys to take over, and it happened to be this guy by the name of Shane Gilchrist Alexander, the point guard of the OKC that took over the game, and he did what he was supposed to do. He brings the heat and he hit them hard, where the OKC destroyed San Antonio Spurs. That was a matchup that was on TNT. It was a great game. It was a game that we were waiting for, but the people we thought that was gonna do it wasn't the one to do it. So I think I may have a little video about it, and we can see what's going on from that little highlight. I don't know if I'm gonna play the whole thing, but it is good to play it.
Tip it up, and it is the Thunder who control the opening tip. Lou Dort at the controls with Yana on him. All these great designs on the floor. On the floors around the NBA for the in-season tournament. Gives it a
Yeah, so the game was like a game that like no other. When we think that Victor Wembanyama was gonna be the one taking over and be the one taking care of that basket, but it wasn't. It was all about Shane Chris Alexander. This guy is a monster. This guy just give us exactly what we want, and he's good at it. So I think that was a good game they were doing. I think the skills was on display, and they were good fighting team. One there was like a couple scuffle between those guys, and it was a little bit feisty, but we know that it wasn't good fit. So it was a good game. I cannot say anymore how good that was to see that Shane Gilchrist Alexander take over that game. And when everybody thought that they had this gentleman overtake the whole thing, and which is not the case. So I was so happy to see it. I was so happy that they were doing it that way, and it was good to see how the little guy. I'm saying little guy is not because Shane Gilchrist Alexander is little. It is because between Jeff Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama, yes, he is little because you can see 2 7-footer and him taking over the whole entire game. It was something special. I think he should be an All Star this year. I don't know if he's gonna be a reserve because there's so many guards since Jamal won't be in the starting lineup for the All Star because he's going to miss about 25 games, I believe, or so. So he will not be in the starting lineup for the All Star. If they were, they might have him do something else, but not starting. I'm waiting for him to get back so the Memphis Grizzlies can take over the leagues once again. And then we have those guys that we see fighting the other day. The fight between Draymond Green, Clay Thompson, and the young man from the Minnesota Timberwolves. And what happened to Draymond Green that putting the man in the scuffle? He put Woody Gobert in the scuffle, chokehold, so which is not good. It was not a good sight. I'm against it. And then I do not like what happened. I do not like what happened between those guys because this is a league for kids, see kids, children watching this thing, and adults watching this thing. So it is not polite to see that where Draymond Green, Clay Thompson, Woody Gobert, and McDaniel. Those three people were ejected because of the fight. Clay Thompson deserved to be suspended. I'm a Warrior fan. Draymond Green deserves to be suspended. I probably will not suspend Jaden McDaniels. McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels. I will not uh, suspend him because Clay Thompson is the one who's initiated the contact and he just responded. And Draymond Green and go ahead and put Woody Gobert in the chokehold and drag him. So Draymond Green should be suspended for about like 5 games. I think it would be fair to have Draymond Green suspended 5 games without pay. Woody Gobert might be needed like a game suspension or two because he instead of him to go all on his own guy, he went and grabbed Clay Thompson as you can see from the picture. that Clay Thompson was the one Woody Gobert got almost going for a chokehold, but Draymond Green jumped over the referee and the other team members and teammates to chokehold Woody Gobert. So I don't think that was a good thing for the league. I think they need to make an example out of those guys. I think those guys needs to be suspended. I think they need to be held accountable for what they did. So I really think that the league needs to put an example of these people so they don't do that again. So we don't have anybody do fighting anymore. And I'm sincerely saying it, not because I am better or not because I want Jermaine Green to be suspended or Clay Thompson to be suspended or Rudy Gobert. I do it. I said that because kids needs to know that what happening is not supposed to be happening in a sport. No matter how hard it could be or difficult it might be, those people should have action, legal actions according to the league. Uh, they need to be responsible for that. You shouldn't put somebody in a chokehold. You should not be fighting on the court physically. You can talk to somebody, talk trash to them, but physically, you shouldn't be fighting. So I'm definitely think that Draymond Green should be suspended for 5 games, 3 to 5 games. Clay Thompson, 2 to 3 games, and Woody Gobert, 1 to 2 games suspension. Jed McDaniels, I don't think he should be suspended. Maybe he should be fined and not be suspended because Clay Thompson was the one who act that way first. So I am a big Warrior fan, but I'm fair when it comes to that thing. If you if you do sorry, if you do the crime, you should do the punishment gladly. So they know what they're doing. They might be chipping, but you know that they know what they're doing. So finish with this one. We're going back to the East with Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is killing the East right now. Joel Embiid is putting the league on notice. He's bowling big time. Don't get me wrong. I love Jason Tatum. I love Giannis Antetokounmpo. But Joel Embiid, he's the guy. Joel Embiid is the best player right now in the Eastern Conference. This is no joke. You know what he's doing. He's not afraid of anybody, and he's put on the work. He put on the work. He show you that he knows what he's doing. Joel Embiid get the whole thing from when Ben Simmons was in Philly till now. Joel Embiid did did the impossible one. He's been killing everybody, no exceptions. Joel Embiid is the real deal. Telling you, this guy, he's no joke. So I think he's supposed to put the league on notice, but he's not better than Curry doing this season. Curry is the one who take the lead by storm, but it is Joel Embiid that take it over right now. Joel Embiid is no joke. I'm telling you that. Joel Embiid and Jason Tatum are taking the East by storm. They are the one responsible for shaking the whole league. We know what they're doing. We know how they do it. You know those guys, they are no joke. They are nobody to play with. They know what they're doing, and then nobody can stop them. Steph Curry and Joel Embiid and Jason Tatum, they are running this league. We have Giannis Antetokounmpo, LeBron James, and we have Kawhi Leonard. The good thing, the things I'm thinking about Kawhi Leonard is the fact that Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden, they've been starting 5 games together right now. They're 0-5. Yesterday they got close to beat the defending champs. They fold. They fold. They couldn't do it. Jokic, Jamal Murray wasn't even playing. Jokic was killing people. Jokic was not a joke. So I am very sad for the Los Angeles Clippers, where they have four first ballot Hall of Famer. They have two league MVP. They have one defensive player of the year and two-time NBA champion final MVP, Kawhi Leonard. So Paul George and James Harden both are two regular season MVP. And we have Kawhi Leonard, who won the defensive player of the year and won two-time champion and two-time final MVP. And you have Paul George, the best two-way guard slash small forward in the league. And yet they are 0-5, 0-6 since James Harden showed up. So Tyler got work to do. You got to shake it up, Tyler. You got to shake it up. You know, this is not what I was going to talk about. It was all about Embiid, but you got to shake it up because this is something new. And we do have the best player in the NBA. The best player in the NBA is Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry, he's the only player that changed the league right now. I know I gave Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and we have the Joker. Those guys are tearing the league up, but the league is still big long boost to Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry is no joke to nobody. He will teach all of us when it comes to winning that nobody come before him. He's not afraid to do anything. He shake the league. He put the league on fire from his warm up to everything that he does. This is no joke. I'm telling you, it's no joke for Stephen Curry. He's coming and shake the league and put that league on notice. And you know what he did last 2 years ago to the Boston Celtics, last year to Sacramento Kings. He would have done the same thing to LeBron James, but he didn't have any help. Jordan Poole and Draymond Green, they were fighting before the season start, and then the whole thing shakes the entire playoff, and they couldn't clicks. Right now, Draymond Green, Clay Thompson fighting Rudy Gobert and Jade McDaniel. So those people, they are not helping Stephen Curry right now. The guy is destroying the league. And with that said, Stephen Curry is leading the whole league. Ain't nobody better than Stephen Curry right now. He's getting better as his age. He's like a fine wine. So he does whatever he wants. And then nobody can even like lace his shoes for what he's doing. He's still terrorizing the league. I know KD is over there over the Phoenix, but when it comes to the league, Stephen Curry got this thing on notice. Stephen Curry, he's the one responsible of changing the entire league, the entire way we see things. And you know that this boy is on fire and nobody can even stop him. The, Stephen Curry, he's the one holding the entire league hostage. The way that he been playing, yes, he's the best player. Yes, he's the best player. And I believe that if he continues like that, if he got help, Stephen Curry will lead the All Star voting. I'm gonna give you let you see something. This is I know a little bit blurry, but this is Stephen Curry since they won the first championship 2015 until now. Look at that. Stephen Curry 2015, 26 points per game, 5 rings, 6 assists, 1 steal. 2016, when he won the unanimous MVP, he goes 22 6.6, 4 rings, 3 assists. So that was a down year for him. 2017, that's when he has KD, 26.8, 8 and 9, 2 steal. 2018 with KD, 27, 6 and 6, and 1.5 steal. 2019, 30.5 and 5 and 6 plus 1.5 steals. 2022, when he won that championship, dude, this guy he went 31, 6 and 5 with 2 steals. Man, this guy is a monster. This guy is a monster. As he get older, you can see he's getting better and better and better. So I think that you know that Stephen Curry is leading that league, and there's nothing that can stop him. Nothing. My vote for All Star captain will be for Stephen Curry. He needs to lead the league in voting, and all his fans, I am one of them, to take over and show love. And we do have one more questions about I think I did answer this one before. I did think Clayton Blossom should be suspended for 2 to 3 games because of what he did. He doesn't deserve to be playing just being fine. He needs to be suspended as well as Draymond Green, as well as Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert should get the least game suspension without pay them all of them. I know the money, that's the money, but they shouldn't be fighting on the court. They should respect the league, and the league should make an example out of those guys. I'm a Golden State Warrior fan. I'm harsh about them because kids are watching. I don't want anybody to think what's happening is something that should be happening. It's not normal. So that's why I was thinking about they should get suspended. With that said, the way that the season going, the end season tournament, that was it is the best thing I think Adam Silver have done. Although we heard the All Star format will be changed, so it will be back to East versus West. So it will not be two captain chooses anymore. There will still be a captain, a vote getter, a leading vote getter in the East and West. But I think that he said that they going back to the way it was before, East versus West because the experiment didn't work well for the All Star voting. So I think the end season tournament that it comes out with, it will shake the league, and everybody they got something to play for. I wanna explain how this thing works. The end season tournament, a lot of people don't know how it works. So all the game that they play is usually Tuesday and Friday. Those are the game that is gonna go directly for the for the season, the tournament. So, but those games still count toward regular season. So they need to make the win. They need to win those games as well. So therefore, even though that they said that the league, the end season tournament is gonna held in Vegas in December 9 for the final. Only the final will not be counting against the regular season games. So all the team, all the player knows that they need to win. So every win that they build up right now as they fighting their conference, those wins count toward the toward the regular season. Only game that do not count is the final that will play in Vegas. Those games are not going to the final games are not going to count toward the regular season. So they don't want to lose because they know that every game is important. And plus, we move into a stage with the knock. I think they call it that the knockout round. So it's just like one game you lose, you out. So last night OKC won that kept them from going home, not from the regular season, but for eliminated it from the uh, in season tournament. So that tournament is just to bring them and show them that they can enjoy the season and play for something between the football seasons. Because right now, a lot of people they don't put NBA as a priority right now because we're still going on with 10 week 11 of the NFL. So this one comes. It's just like when there's no NFL games, so the basketball game is important. So therefore, that's why they have that in-season tournament. I hope my little soliloquy help you understand what is the end season is, and you know that the only final that they're gonna play Vegas December 9th will not be counted toward the regular season. So the team knows, the player knows it's a must win in every category. I will appreciate you for hanging with me for that quick moment, and I hope I got more stuff for you coming in later on. So may God bless you. You stay safe and protect your family, your friends, and your significant other. May God bless you. You have a great night, and I will see you next time to tell you more about, especially after the league decided what they should do between those gentlemen. I'll probably stop by to give you my advice or to give you my point of view about it. And hopefully, this thing will never happen again because we don't want anybody to think that this is fair. And yet again, Stephen Curry suffered through it because he's not gonna say nothing. He's not going to say anything. But we know that everything that he's going through right now is just crazy. It's just I don't understand why they cannot help these guys. If they stay put, if they stay relax and play the game, I bet you the Warriors will be in the final. My bet was NBA final for the Golden State Warriors this year and they win their fifth championship because they have enough people to do so. But the way Draymond Green and Klay Thompson been playing, Andrew Wiggins not showing up, not helping Stephen Curry. Imagine the last time he dropped 38 and they still lose. Last night he didn't play, I think for health reason, but they got close. They got close. They get to one shot to tie instead of to overtime. Uh, but it would be so much better if we have Stephen Curry running the league again because he put on a show and him and LeBron James, Giannis and Jason Tatum and Joel Embiid. It's gonna be Giannis, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, and the East versus Stephen Curry, LeBron James, and we have the Joker. So those are the anchor of the All Star game that coming in. And by the way, as you already know, 2025 the All Star will be held in the San Francisco Golden State Warriors gonna host the All Star. And Stephen Curry, if he healthy, he already promised that he will be on the three-point shooter. You heard it from me. Stephen Curry said that he will be in the three-point shooting contest 2025 when the All-Star goes back to San Francisco, the Golden State Warrior Chase Center. And he said that if he's not hurt, he will be participating in the three-point contest. And how good it be if it's Stephen Curry versus Klay Thompson in the final for the three-point shot contest. Maybe Kamengo, we have Aaron Gordon, and Zach Lavine go back to the three-point contest. Maybe Zion Williamson and Kamengo and go and put on a show. Stay tuned and for more to come. May God bless you. You have a blessed night. Peace. This is it for me.